Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. I pray that you are well. I pray that your families are well. I pray that you had a fantastic day. I pray that you smiled. I pray that you laughed. I pray that you learned something on today. I pray that you laughed more than you were upset. I pray that you rejoiced more than you were angry. How about I pray that you weren't even angry on today, right? Good evening. I am Dr. JaNee Mobley. I'm affectionately known as Dr. JaNee, and I help women turn their purpose into a business that profits them, all while teaching them to overcome mindsets that will prevent profit, progress, and prosperity. So come on in. I want you to make sure that you, one, text this link to about 2 or 3 people if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So tonight, let me before I get into the content, let me just share a little bit. So one thing about me, although I use social media to market my business, because of course, why not? Like, why wouldn't you use social media um to market your business? Because it's one of the easiest and convenient and smartest ways to really get your message out there in a very, very rapid manner. However, one thing about me is I love to meet people. I love to engage with people. I love to interact with people. I love to meet people. That is one thing that I love to do. And tonight I attended a powerful, just powerful event where I was able to network with some other amazing entrepreneurs and 2 women that have done some phenomenal things in the healthcare industry. And let me tell y'all, it is something about, and I'm gonna get into the content, but I want to share this with you all too. Never be afraid to get in the room. Okay, I want y'all to never be afraid to get into the room. It's something about good evening, y'all. Come on in, say hi. I'm excited to see y'all. I'm grateful for another day, but I'm just talking before I get into the content. I just really wanted to share this. Make sure that you get into rooms so that you can access content, information, and resources that you hadn't even thought about, right? In the on the journey of entrepreneurship, as you move and profit from your purpose, you have to understand that you need people in order to profit. I'm going to say that again. You need people in order to profit. No man is an island. Nobody makes money all by themselves. Guess what? You don't make money until people buy from you. So you need people. One thing that I would encourage you to do, make sure that you never ever isolate yourself to the point that you don't want to connect with people, because remember, people are consumers. You are a consumer. And it's something about getting in the right room. Good evening, y'all. It's something about getting into the right room with the right people to get the right resources. And half of the battle is showing up. Half of the battle is showing up, and not just showing up for others, showing up for yourself, showing up for your business. You said that, and I'm sure many of you all have said to yourself that there has to be more than life than this, right? My day is going well, Hunter. Thank you for asking. And I want you all to put a 1 in the chat if you have ever said to yourself that there has to be more to life than this, that there has to be something even better than this. Not to say that your life is horrible, not to say that your life is in shambles, but you just know, you literally know that there's more and you got to get more, right? You know that there's more and you have to acquire the more. It's not about the stuff, but it's about you stepping moving up to a greater level. And a lot of that is related and connected to you showing up in the room and meeting people that you've never met before who are doing amazing things, especially things that you aspire to do. So I'm going to get started. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you share this link with about 2 or 3 people. It's real easy. Just hit share, copy the link, and you can text it to people. Okay. It's 1021 on the east side of the United States, and we're going to get this. So tonight I'm going to share with you all, we're going to talk about taking action. And here's the thing, and it's very, very simple. But one thing that I understand on the journey, we have to understand the power of taking action. So I'm going to share with you all 3 reasons that you must take action in order to profit from your purpose. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And tonight we're going to talk about 3 reasons that you must take action in order to profit from your purpose. If you also want to make sure that you avoid pitfalls and many mistakes in profiting from your purpose, make sure you click the link below and get access to your free lead magnet. It is literally, my gift to you lead magnet. That is jargon. That is my gift to you, which is a video series that I share about the 5 mistakes that women make that prevent them from profiting from their purpose. So I hope that you all have a pen and a paper on tonight or something to transcribe with. So we have to understand what action is. So by my definition, I didn't look this up in Webster, but we understand that action is the act of doing. Right? It's doing something. And we want to make sure that whenever we're doing something, it's something that is going to yield us the results that we desire. One thing that I truly understand, if you all do not know, I am a believer. I believe that Jesus Christ was sent here to die for my sins and bear my sins so that I might have life and have it more abundantly. And one of the things that I understand is that God was very intentional and he's very strategic. How do I know? In Jeremiah chapter 1 and in plethora other areas of the Bible, he shares his strategy, right? And one of the things that he tells Jeremiah is, and remember, if you don't know, Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah, when God was speaking to Jeremiah, Jeremiah was a boy. Right? And God strictly and clearly tells him that before I formed you in the womb of your mother's belly, I knew you. And he tells him that I've called you to be a prophet. Now, here's the character of God that I truly understand that lets me know that he's intentional and he has strategy. Before God created, he thought. Before he began to form Jeremiah, he says he knew Jeremiah. So he knew the intention of what he wanted before he created the thing that he wanted. He visualized it, is what I'm understanding, right? So God is a strategist. God is very, very intentional about everything that he does. And this lets me know that as being his creation, the Bible tells us that I am made in his image and his likeness, that I am to be like him. So that lets me know that everything that I do must have intention, and I also must have a strategy. So I want you all to know that whenever you take action to do anything, and we're talking about, moving in your purpose and profiting from your purpose, you must be intentional and you must have a strategy. It's great to have goals. It's great to set objectives. It's great to say, hey, I want this particular result. But you have to rewind and ask yourself the question, what are the necessary actions that I must take to yield the results that I say that I want? So I can sit here and say, I want to make $100,000 in a month. I want to own several homes. I want to get into real estate investing. I want to own several properties. But here, that is the statement. Those are the goals. But then you have to answer the question, what are the actions that I must take consistently in order to yield the results that I say I want? We're talking about making sure that we live intentionally, that we know that as we are doing stuff, that the things that we are doing are going to yield the results that I desire. So as an example, you're looking at a woman who's lost about, I hate scales, by the way, but I know that I've lost over a total of 30 pounds, right, along my journey. Well, I said that I wanted to lose weight. But I knew in order for me to lose weight that I had to take necessary actions in order to yield the result that was going to get me weight loss. So we have to understand that those of us who are blood-bought believers are made in the image and likeness of God. And if we know that we are made to be like him and made in his image, that God is a strategist and he has an intention about everything that he does. And if you are going to build a successful, profitable business, you have to understand that you have to be very clear and you must have a strategy. So we're going to talk about taking action. So number one, the first reason that you must take action in order for you to profit from your purpose. Hi, if you see this, can you say, oh, come on, really? All right. So number one, faith alone is not going to make you money. Faith alone is not going to make you money. I'm going to say that again. Faith alone is not going to make you money. James 2:26 tells us that faith without works is dead. And I'm going to take that up a notch because I want you to understand this. And this is how I interpret scripture. I always look at scripture from the scope of God. What is it that you want for me to understand from this? And number two, how can I apply it to my life? So when I look at that scripture and I read that scripture and it says faith without works is dead, it lets me know too that I need faith and I need work in order for what I desire to yield results. If I want an area of my life to live, I have to have faith and I must work on it. If you are in a relationship, if you want a successful relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your team, with your employees, with contractors and so forth, you have to have belief. And you also a great mindset, and you also must have work. So you must take action. You can sit here all day long and say that you want to make this, you want to do that, you want to yield this amount of money. The reality of it is if all you're doing is wishing, then you're going to get results that reflect you just wishing, which are no results that are in alignment for what you're wishing for. So you have to have belief, which is the faith, that what you desire can happen regardless of what it looks like. Faith is something that cannot, how can I say this? Faith that whatever it is that you're believing, you can't necessarily see with your naked eye, but you know that it's possible. And you are convinced and you are convicted that that which you believe can and will happen. And you have to believe it so much that you are willing to do whatever it takes that is righteous to yield the results that you desire. So if you're saying that I want X result, you got to believe like nothing else that it will happen for you, regardless of what your external circumstances are saying. Because a lot of the times people build their belief off of what they see, and that's not faith. If you're determining your belief based on what your situation looks like, let me tell you something, you will always be discouraged. But you got to believe in what it is that you desire so bad that no one can convince you that it cannot nor will it not happen. So you need faith and you need work together. You need to take action on that which you believe. So as an example, if you want your business to profit, let's say that you want to sell, if you sell t-shirts and you want to sell 100 t-shirts, right? You got to believe that regardless of how many t-shirts you have sold so far, you will and you can sell 100 t-shirts in a month, even if you've never done it. Even if you've never seen anybody doing it, even if no one in your family believes that you can even start this business, you got to believe and be so convicted that you can sell 100 t-shirts that nobody can tell you that you can't. And then what you have to do is you have to align your actions that will sell 100 t-shirts. So if that means I got to show 10,000 people my t-shirts, how can I do that, Dr. JaNee? You can leverage social media. That is one of the greatest things. And I think people don't realize how powerful social media is. It is literally a part of the World Wide Web. It gives you the opportunity from the comfort of your own space to share whatever it is that you have with massive amounts of people. And this is not just your network of people, but do you realize when you share your network of people, your network of subscribers here on YouTube, your network of people in your phone, when you, let's say you decide to send this as a text message out to the people on your phone, those are a whole network of people. A whole network of people. That's the power of leveraging social media. So you must take action on that which you are believing and hoping for, because having faith and belief is just alone is not going to do it. It's very true that the scripture tells us that without faith it is impossible to please him. But let me add to this. There's a reason why God gives us power. Power is by definition might, strength, and ability. One thing that I truly understand is that God has made us able to do the very thing that he's put us on this earth here to do. So it is our responsibility to do it. Number 2, no actions lead to no results. Why is the number 2 reason that you must take action in order to profit from your purpose? Look, how are you going to expect to receive and obtain a financial reward in moving forward in your purpose? How are you going to expect people to pay you if they don't even know that you exist? So you have to take action in order to see the fruit of it. You got to tell people that you are there. You got to tell people that, again, if you are the t-shirt designer, you got to tell people that you design t-shirts, and not just any t-shirt. You have to have a message behind it. What separates you from everybody else who sells t-shirts? Do your t-shirts have a specific message? Are they made out of a specific material that is very much different than others? Does it last longer? Does it work on skin that is very sensitive? We are in an era where people want to purchase American-made materials and products. Is it American-made? What makes you stand out amongst other people in your industry who do the same exact thing? What is your message? One thing that I truly understand, that if you really want to catapult your purpose, there must be a message behind it. What is it that you want to communicate with people about what it is that you do? Okay? So if you want to experience a financial profit from your purpose, from your business, you must do the work that's going to yield the results. I shared last night on a live that if it's not working, then stop doing it. Yesterday, our daughter was getting ready for school and she was putting on her shoes and she was stuffing her foot in that shoe. She just stuffing her foot. And I sat and I watched her because the shoe was tightened. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how long is she going to do something that's ineffective? And it wasn't until I asked her, I said, is that working for you? And she said, no. And the first thing I asked is, why do people continue to force things that are not working in hopes that it will work? And the reality of it is, one of the realities is that some people don't want to let go of things that they are comfortable with doing. Right? So you want to make sure that you take action that's going to lead to the results that you desire. You want to take action that's going to lead to profit. You want to take action such as posting, doing reels and shorts, studying your craft, making sure that you create more value for your audience. Identifying what your audiences or your prospective client struggles are. So for me, as an example to that, I am hosting 5 Days to Clarity Challenge. Hi, Hi, good to see you. Good to see you. It's so good seeing you again. So, and again, if you all haven't already, make sure you text this link out and subscribe to my channel. So, this month, the week of the 26th, I will be hosting the 5 Days to Clarity that is specifically geared toward women who are really, really serious about getting clarity so that they can be more effective in profiting from their purpose, right? So one of the things that I did, I actually hosted this challenge about, I think it was last month. Thank you so much for the hearts. And I hosted this challenge about, I think it was last month, and I literally went back and I went to see what was effective, what worked well, what was the feedback from the women who actually attended this challenge. What did they need more of? What did this challenge do for them? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take their words and I'm going to use that to communicate to, in my marketing, what this challenge will do for them. See, sometimes you got to take a step back from creating and identify what's going well, what's not going so well, and what you need to do away with. Never get so inundated in the doing of profiting from your purpose and building a business that you don't take a step back and evaluate what is working. And pull out, stop doing, put a halt to the things that are not working. And you can apply this to your life. If there are certain things that you are doing in your life that's not yielding you the results that you desire, guess what? God has given you the power, the might, and the ability and the strength to stop doing those things. And one of the things that I love so much about God is that He has given us the ability to do it. He gives us the power to choose. We can choose to do what is going to be right to yield us the results that we want, or we can choose to do what is wrong and ineffective that's not going to yield us the results that we desire. Okay? So, in terms of taking action and understanding that no action leads to no results, you have to understand that the action that you must take includes doing things that you are uncomfortable with. Doing things that, such as I've heard, because I used to be this person, going live can be uncomfortable. But the reality of it is, if this is what is going to get you in front of the audience that you desire to work with, guess what? That is a profitable action. That's a profitable action. And you want to take action that's going to yield you profit. You want to take action that's going to get you in front of the people that you desire to work with that need the solution to whatever the problem it is that you solve. And I want you all to be, I want to leave you with this as it relates to this, and I'm almost done. As it relates to no action leads to no results. So if you look out in my yard, I am surrounded by a whole bunch of trees. Like the city girl in me, I love it from the place of the fresh air that it brings, but sometimes those leaves can fall and it could be a whole bunch of leaves in the yard. But as it relates to that, a farmer, when he sows a seed and he puts a seed in the ground, is only, and he waters it, right? He takes care of it, he'll yield a harvest. But guess what happens if he does not sow the seed? He doesn't reap a harvest. Many a times, people want results for work that they did not do. I'm going to say that again. Many times, people want results for work that they did not do. And then when you think about it, it sounds crazy, but it's a very true statement that people want results for work that they did not put into it. And you may be thinking to yourself, that's unfair, but that's people's reality. We want the result. But are you willing to put forth the work that's going to yield the results? Are you willing to stay up at night when you know you got to go to work in the morning so that you can make and get your voice out there? Get your message out there to attract the people that God has called you to attract. Are you willing to do what is necessary? Remember, these are seeds that you sow. Are you willing to post consistently every day? Are you willing to network and connect with people that you've never met before? Are you willing to join organizations and associations and go to conventions and conferences and invest in yourself so that you can elevate to a greater level in your thinking and in your exposure so that you can get the results that you desire? Remember, no action in your business will lead to no profit. Lastly, number 3, no one is going to do the work for you. Why must you take action in order to profit from your purpose? If you don't do it, who else is going to do it? Again, you can expect you can expect to get results from work that you didn't do, but guess how that's going to work for you? It's not. If you don't do the work, who else will do it? If you don't let your customers, your prospective customers and clients know that you have the solution to whatever their problem is, guess what? They won't know to come and pay you for it. They won't know to come seek you for it. They won't know to go to your website. They won't know to inbox you. They won't know to show up at your location. If you don't do the work, how will they know that you exist? How will they know that you have the solution to their problem? I remember one of my former coaches she used to say, you can have the best thing since pockets, right? But if nobody knows that you exist or your creation exists, it matters not. It matters not. Dr. Myron Golden talks about, I believe it's the 4 levels of value. And his implementation, I may have titled it wrong, but it is, the first one is imagination. And this is all his content, Dr. Myron Golden. But he talks about imagination, let me say it in order. Imagination, communication, unification, and the last one at the bottom would be implementation. And he said, which is so true, you can have the greatest idea, but if there's no way to implement it and get the idea out there, then how are people going to buy? Who would have ever thought that we would be in a world, I'm sure hundreds of years ago, they would have never thought that people would be able to fly an airplane, that we would be able to fly, right? I'm sure the creator of the airplane, the inventor of the airplane, he probably was told that he was nuts until it was done. So my question to you is, what idea that you know that you should be working on and you're not? What action can you take tonight to get it out there? See, the greatest thing about social media is that it never closes. That's probably the downside of it. But social media never closes. Its doors never close. There's always opportunity for you to share your content, to share your purpose, to share your idea with the masses. You can share content every single hour if you want to. But ask yourself, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing in order to benefit, in order to profit from my purpose that I'm not? And understand it's 10:45 here on the East Coast. You have an hour and 15 minutes before this day is over to share your content, to share your product, to share your service on social media. Why not do it? If you don't take the necessary action, you cannot nor will you ever yield the results that you desire. And how would that feel 10 years from now to be in the same position that you're in now, all because you didn't make a decision to take consistent action so that you can get the results that you desire? So I hope this has helped you all. Make sure that if you haven't already, subscribed to my channel and share this link with somebody else. If you haven't already, make sure you get your free your free gift by clicking the link below. And until next time, know your worth. Good night, y'all. Bye.